Good evening, race fans. Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for LSRTV's coverage of the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125 right here for the RoddCarr Truck Tour. I'm Andy Kessler. Joining me in the booth tonight will be Brett Wheeler, and doing all the wonderful production job back in the little van on the side of the track is Laura Lawson. Brett, tonight we're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They call it the hub of NASCAR. This is where all the teams are all centered around this one particular racetrack. It's always special when we come to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And tonight, the RoddCarr Truck Tour is honoring Mr. Ed Haggerty. Of course, he is Justin Haggerty's grandfather, I should say. And we're honoring him here tonight with the Jared Haggerty, excuse me, his grandfather who passed away earlier this year. And so we're honoring him here tonight at one of the best places for a truck race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. High speeds, lots of grip here in the dark. We're looking forward to a fun race tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to come back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway and also be back here on Live Sim Racing TV for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. So I believe it's going to be 83 laps. And just looking at some of the drivers so far that are already in turning laps and practicing in their trucks, they're going to be really fast, and it should be one cracker of a race tonight for the Ed Haggerty Memorial.
Oh, you got that right. And of course, last week, we'll look at last week's results from last week down in South Carolina. We went to, of course, the Southern 200 down there at Darlington Raceway. Kind of an exciting event that we had there last week. 3 drivers ended up finishing on the lead lap. It was quite a lot of carnage there. A lot of fun though. A lot of great racing, some side-by-side action. And of course, Christian Peterson came out with the win. He led 42 laps in that race, which of course was a race high. After 3 rounds, though, of course, the championship starting to take some shape. We're starting to see some of the guys move up into the standings, up in the top, kind of cement themselves into the top, because of course only 15 races make up this season this year, so we're already 1/4 of the way through it. Shane McEachin with 1 win already this season. He leads the points by 4 over Christian Peterson. Of course, just mentioned, had that win last week, so a lot of guys still trying to make their way and trying to get up in there. Raymond Rittner, he's only 7 points back, sitting in 3rd. So the standings are quite tight right now here early on in the season, which is nice for the first season, the inaugural season of the RoddCarr Truck Tour. So it's great to see a lot of great competition, a lot of fast guys in here, a lot of guys that really know how to wheel these things around. And of course, this is all new to the iSuper Speedway Series. This is basically a spin-off of that. So the first round of our doubleheader here tonight, obviously, with these trucks at Charlotte. Talking about the truck series, we did Darlington. The difference between Darlington and Charlotte, well, actually, there's a whole bunch, Brett. The shape of the track's a little more even, if you want to call it. Turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are pretty similar. Obviously, the back straightaways straight, but then we got this unique tri-oval on the front stretch, which kind of gives you a couple little turns, little jabs of the wheel to the left. So a lot of speed here, as opposed to Darlington. You're riding up against the wall. You're going to see these guys really riding down on that white line, trying to hold that position.
Yeah, it's going to be guys looking to try and stay, to get their car on the bottom side of the speedway, as you said, on that white line. But I tell you what, if you can make the middle part of the racetrack work, and you get it behind someone, and you can really follow them, I reckon the middle part of the racetrack is going to be where it's won at tonight. But as you said, a lot of the guys are going to be running the bottom. But let's see if we can have sort of 2 or 3 lines here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight.
Now, of course, with the new build for iRacing that came out with the track rubbering up, we might not see a lot of that actually on the track here tonight. Seeing that it is nighttime, the track is fairly dark to begin with because of the newer asphalt. We won't really see too much of it, but it could affect the handling a lot, where these guys towards the mid part of this race might be searching for some grip later on, like you said, in the high side, maybe trying to get that second line working. Another thing that works well here at Charlotte, especially in the trucks, is the draft. You wouldn't think so on a 1.5 mile track, but with the speeds these guys carry, that draft that these guys can get, you're going to see a lot of guys really getting a good run off the corner. Then you'll see them get right up on that back bumper right before they get in the corner, and that's how they're going to really be able to set themselves up for the passing as they get down into turns 1 and turn 3.
Yeah, as you said, it's all about the draft, and if you can stay in the draft, obviously it's going to be that little bit fast, but you don't want to lose that draft as well, because once you lose that draft and you get by yourself, you're obviously not going to be as quick as what the other guys in the draft are going to be.
Yeah, and that, unlike Daytona or Talladega, the draft's not to the point where you're not going to be able to make up some time. If you got a fast truck and you're able to have a good line and you have a great setup underneath you, you're still going to have speed. You'll still be able to contend with these guys and be able to race with them. But that draft will come into play here as we move on tonight. Fastest in practice so far tonight's that 88 truck of Mark Jorgensen Jr. Setting the pace with the field in that the Tracker Boats Bass Chevy with a fast time of a 28.456. So some fast times being put up here in the lights, or under the lights, I should say, here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Cool temperatures mean fast track, lots of grip. That means these guys are going to be real daring when they go into these corners side by side here tonight at Charlotte. Of course, right now as qualifying begins for these drivers, we just want to take a second to talk about tonight's race. And race number 4, the points are starting to battle up. They obviously get a couple of drop weeks in the series, so only 12 weeks are actually going to help. This type of track, everybody loves this track. It's one that comes with the basic package of iRacing when you sign up. So Charlotte Motor Speedway is one of those tracks that everybody has hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of laps logged here. Everybody knows how to get around here. But what that can do for a driver, Brett, is give them that confidence that sometimes it could actually, if you're overconfident, it could actually bite you when you're trying to push the issue here, especially early in the race.
Yeah, you know, you can't really get too aggressive, because if you do make the mistake and you do damage the truck, it is going to hurt you in the long run. But then you don't want to be too cautious of damaging your equipment early on, because if you're too cautious and you really sit away from the guys, and if you don't get those late race cautions, you know, that some people really rely on, you know, it can really hurt their chances of coming home strong, you know, late in the race, or whether, you know, they're going to be strong early on. So you really want that car, you really want that car set up basically throughout the entire race. But, you know, once again, I think we're going to talk about pit stops as well, but that's going to be the crucial point tonight, and how these drivers, you know, enter their pit stalls, and what kind of adjustments they make during the races.
Yeah, you mentioned pit stops. Pit stops on green flag are especially going to be important. Getting down very slowly, call it, because that pit road speed here is 50 miles an hour. When you're traveling about 200 miles an hour getting into these corners, when you're coming off this corner about 175, 180 miles an hour, to get that truck woe down to 50 before you hit that commitment cone, that's a very daunting task here for a lot of these drivers, and you got to be very careful. Charlotte, the pit road entrance can really sneak up on you pretty quickly here. You come off of that turn number 4 and boom, it's right there. Plus you got to think of the transitioning from the banking to a flat surface. So we've always seen in the past, a lot of people, or not a lot of people, but a few people could have trouble as they enter pit road here tonight, especially on the green flag. You don't want it. You got to enter as fast as you can, because you can lose a lot of time getting into the pits on and off pit road. So if you're up front and you're battling for this lead and we end up with green flag pit stops, you definitely got to watch for that here this evening. Under caution though, I mean, green flag or under caution pit stops, you're going to want, you know, I think tires are going to come into play quite a bit here tonight. Obviously, you'll see some guys gamble. You'll see some take some chances. You know, if they're only got 5-10 laps on the set of tires, you're going to see them take some chances to try to stay out. Of course, the fuel load cell only has 70%, so there will be a couple of cautions, or a couple of pit stops, excuse me, that these drivers will have to do here tonight in order to make it to the end. Again, the RoddCarr Truck Tour here tonight, live at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. The first part of our doubleheader here on LSRTV tonight, and the iSuperspeedway.com Racing Series, season number 5, their 4th race of the season, coming up after this one. Of course, as soon as this one's done, Brett, we got to jump on a helicopter and head to Talladega pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, you know, we're on a doubleheader tonight, and I tell you what, I'm excited to be doing the doubleheader first. You know, we've got the trucks here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then we go over to Talladega, so that should be, you know, another exciting race over there. And you know, we spoke about it before, the draft, as big as the track as Talladega is, drivers are really going to rely on that draft as well.
Absolutely. Well, first thing, qualifying is getting ready to be over here. We're going to send it down now trackside to get some important information and important business done right now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for the RoddCarr Truck Tour. Race number 4, the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125 here tonight. 125 miles, 83 laps make up the race here tonight, and drivers are now hitting onto the grid right now. So let's take it through the starting lineup. Starting tonight on the pole with a fast time of a 28.433 is the number 10 of Ryan Keese. And right to his outside tonight, starting second in the 23, Rod Flag.
Row number 2 on the inside, starting position number 3 in the number 71 is Christian Peterson, and he's outside in the car number 89, timed in 4th quick, was Matt Quick.
Row number 3 on the inside in the 28 truck is Shane McKeechin, and to his outside will be the 87 of Ray Rittner.
Starting position number 7 on the inside of the 4th row is Seth the Merchant in the number 42. And on the outside in car number 96, starting position number 8 is Chad Keane.
Starting 9th tonight in the number 24 is Josh Hanner, while the number 1, Chris Piscini, will start 10th.
Starting position number 11 in car number 88, whose practice quick's time is Mark Jorgensen Jr. He will start out of position number 11 and do his outside in the car number 07 is Derek Walker.
Row number 7 on the inside is the number 2 of Donnie Giratano, while Brandon Chaburko in the 3 truck starts 14th.
Ryan Parland will start out of position number 15 in car number 41, and to his outside is going to be Rodney Wofford, starting position number 16.
The 8 truck of Dana Osborne is going to roll off 17th, while Tony Fenn in the 78 will start 18th.
Raymond Evans will start position number 19 in car number 83, and to his outside in the 25 is going to be Daniel Ferguson, starting out of position number 20.
21st starting position in the 73 is Mark Brown. The 088 of Kent Connolly is going to start 22nd.
Car number 92 of Rod Minton will start position number 23, and in car number 79 on his outside, out of row number 12 on the outside, is going to be Anthony Yankello.
Corey Henry in the 12 will start 25th, and 26 will be Frank Buccialia.
Matt Bontempi will start position number 27, and Glenn Hendrick will start position number 28.
Starting 29th in the 36 will be Sean Turner, and shotgun on the field in the 33 is Larry Camp. The field's set. They're ready to go here tonight, Brett. Any last words for these guys right now?
I think you just got to be smart, be patient, and I think it's all going to be coming down to pit stop strategy and who can get into their pit stalls the cleanest and fastest.
There we go. We'll keep an eye on that as the iRacing Ford Mustang pace car looks to its left, turns down. We're getting set for the green flag here tonight as Ryan Keese leads them to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Everybody double file. Looks like Rod Flag with a big jump on the outside heading into one.
Flag getting a good start, but Keese was really slow on the pace there when they got the green flag. So now we're going to see these drivers just run side by side for the first couple of laps. As we got Christian Peterson back there in 3rd, and on the outside of him in the 89 is Matt Quick, but it's going to be Ryan Keese on the outside.
Yeah, Ryan Keese with a great job on the inside lane right now. He's going to looks like he's going to able to hang on to that first spot here. He's going to lead lap 1. Rod Flag now. He's got to contend with Christian Peterson to his inside. Peterson with the big win last week, looking to carry that momentum this week. He's going to clear Flag. Now Flag's going to try to drop in, not look like they're still going to be side by side for 2nd, battling back in the 3rd here. But this is exactly what's great about this track here, Brett. 2 by 2, they're still side by side for 4th on back.
Yeah, it's going to take a few laps to get these drivers really sort of strung out. But we talked about early on in the race, a lot of drivers are going to be trying to get down to that bottom side of the speedway. As we see Rod Flag, who's back there, but it was just sitting in the middle part of the racetrack. But now it's just going to fall in behind the 71 of Christian Peterson, who we mentioned earlier, led 42 laps last week in last week's victory. So Christian Peterson up into 2nd already, and he's looking to try and take over the race lead from Ryan Keese.
We saw right there in turn number 4, Shane McKeechin actually get a little bit loose in the corner, kind of bottlenecked everybody behind him. So they're still side by side. That's a battle for the 5th spot there with Josh Hanner there in the 24, doing a great job. All these guys right now, this is quite amazing. You look at a little further back. You got somebody blowing up here. Seeing a nice battle right here with Chaburko trying to make his way through the field. He's in the number 3 truck right now, sitting 13th, but a lot of traffic in front of him. This is where the patience really come into effect here on these restarts, where you got to be able to, you know, time your passes right, but also be real patient with these other drivers. As now Chaburko's going to try to push it 3 wide as they head back to turn number 3.
Yeah, we talk about, oh wow, we got the 2 and the 7. And the 7 is into the wall. Not sure who that was. Just as he got into the wall. But yeah, like you said, Chaburko in the 3 went to make it 3 wide, and it was just never going to happen. But you know, you got to try and push your luck early on, and it's going to be Chaburko who's up into the 11th spot right now, as we're going to see a battle about from about 5th up into 10th. We've got about 4 cars side by side, 2 by 2.
That's Josh Hanner. He's on the outside right now. The 88 of Mark Jorgensen got the run, getting to the inside. Now he's got that preferred line. We've seen the outside lane be able to hang with these guys for a few laps here, but over time, that outside lane, they're really going to burn up their tires and burn up their stuff, so they really want to get into that bottom groove if they can. The sooner the better, but Jorgensen not letting it happen right now as Josh Hanner's hanging tough on that outside. You're still side by side, and that is the battle for 5th.
Yeah, it's where you really got to rely on the inside. You've got to have trust in the other drivers that are holding the bottom side, and really hope that they don't come up and you know, put you in the wall and make contact. So Josh Hanna obviously got trust in Jorgensen right now, as he's going to have the 96 of Chad Keane moving to his inside now. As Keane is going to take over the 6th spot.
Keane's moving up as we focus our attention back up to these leaders, showing what I guess the draft can do. Tanner gets back in the line just behind these guys. But Ryan Keith's leading the way right now. He's led every lap here so far tonight, but Christian Peterson has not let him out of sights. And I think this little 4-truck breakaway we got here, the top 4, it kind of shows what the draft will do. It'll keep you, you know, not necessarily make you that much faster than the guy in front of you, but it'll definitely keep you in a little group like this. So we should see this quite a bit here tonight. A bunch of little packs racing like this. That's what the draft will do, is you actually see the 88 of Mark Jorgensen now starting to come into the picture. Those guys settled down and got into their single file, and now all of a sudden they've got these top 4. But Christian Peterson trying to look for a way around Ryan Keith, but so far it's not happening.
Yeah, we spoke about the draft that you know, on the bigger tracks here, if you lose the draft, you know, the guys in front, it's really going to hurt your chances of trying to catch up, and you hope for a yellow, but it's not happening on this racetrack right now. As you see Jorgensen, who's caught up to the top 4, as he's now on the rear bumper of the number 28 of Shane McKeechin, sorry. And I'll tell you what, Jorgensen, he's going to try and look to the outside. No, he's just going to stay behind as he moves up to the middle part of the racetrack. Now trying to go a little bit higher in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's trying to get that run. He's actually going to get on the outside now of Shane McKeechin. He's going to make that pass happen. Tanner's going to follow him on the high side. So interesting strategy right there. I think the 28 just maybe burp the throttle a little bit and let these guys go. Can see that they're faster at the moment, but Shane McKeechin, he's going to lose a few spots here on that exchange. Still these top 3, top 4 guys really battling out, doing a nice job right here. Single file, just kind of riding around, collecting laps here as we work lap 12 here early in this race.
So just going over a few of the drivers. So Ryan Keith is your race leader. His last lap was a 28.625. Then go back to Christian Peterson, who was running second right now. The last previous lap was a 28.637. So these guys are pretty much consistent in the 28.5s and 28.6s in the early part of the race. And obviously we will see them times obviously get slower as tyres, you know, start to wear out and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and this will actually start showing too where the setups rank, who's got the long run setup. As we look at Chris Pizzini, he was doing a great job here moving up. Now we got a battle for the lead though. We focus our attention up front. That 88 of Jorgensen has really made his way up to the front, and now he's trying to get. He's all over the back bumper of actually Rod Flag right now. That's for that second position. So Jorgensen definitely flexing some muscle here. Starting 11th, he's all the way up to 3rd now. So I'll tell you, that's a truck we're going to have to watch here, especially on the long run, because he's already shown that he's got speed here in the opening 14 laps. As now he's looking for that second spot here off of turn 4.
Yeah, we seen a car earlier on, McKeechan. It was just, he got off the pace, he dropped about 5 or 6 spots. As Jorgensen's going to go to the inside of flag in turns 1 and 2, he's going to make the pass. So second place now belongs to Jorgensen, as he said, started 11th. But I just wonder, is Christian Peterson, he's just running the high side. I just wonder if he's trying to get some clean air and trying to cool that motor down after being in the drafts for probably 10 or 12 laps with that motor was starting to overheat.
Yeah, just an update on Shane McKeechan. He's actually dropped all the way back to 18th. So 2 different stories here. Shane McKeechan starting 5th, now back to 18th here in the early going. And Mark Jorgensen Jr. starting in 11th, now sitting in that second spot trying to chase down our leader here, as he's got actually a car or a truck in tow, actually. Rod Flag Jorgensen just got around Rod Flag a couple laps ago, and now Jorgensen trying to stretch it out a little bit over him off of turn number 4 there. That Jorgensen machine, that 88 Bass Trackers Chevrolet, that thing's got some muscle in that thing tonight. We're going to have to keep an eye on him, see how quickly he can actually catch where. Oh, as our leader's got trouble. Our leader's in the wall. He takes out the 88 also off of turn number 2. A big wreck here. The number 10, Ryan Keese, just gets loose off of turn number 2. And now the whole field comes into play here. And we have a big mess on the back straightaway.
Wow, are we at Walmart? Because we have got a parking lot right now. Oh, wow, you've got to feel sorry for Ryan Keese. Sorry, excuse myself, but yeah, Ryan Keese, he just got that he got those left side tyres underneath that white line and just got it too sideways, and he was unable to hang on. But man, I tell you what, this looks like we're going to have a replay shortly. But man, Jorgensen, he was a 10th quicker over the past couple of laps. Then Keese and Flag as well, so he's now going to, I think he's going to have the lead, unless he was caught up in that one.
Yeah, the 88 actually it looked like he was going to go high, as we get the replay up for you here momentarily, but we're live now with the replay. But yeah, he just really got loose in the corner. It looked like he was going to stay low. The 88 thought, okay, I'll go high, I'll go around him, and then that 10 truck just shot up to the racetrack, right up to the wall, and Jorgensen had nowhere to go, and then everybody just piled up in here. It almost looks like a wreck at Daytona, quite honestly. So a big mess here early on, working lap number 17, or on laps at number 17. So man, what an amazing events we have here early on. A big wreck has cost a lot of guys some major damage here early on. Pit road obviously open for our leaders. They're going to make their way down. Josh Tanner, the first one onto pit road, 4 tires and fuel. He's going to be, looks like, the first one off of pit road also. So big trouble for a lot of these guys. And then you got guys like Josh Hanner and Matt Quick who were able to get through that. And they've now made their way up to the front. So we'll have to see how things shake out here. Bunch of scoring loops all get themselves in line. We'll see how everybody shakes out and where everybody's actually going to end up being. But yeah, our leader, he led the first 17 laps here tonight, having trouble off of turn number 2, just flat out loses it all by himself, takes out a whole bunch of other cars. So tough break for the number 10 of Ryan Keese, with a big wreck and a tough break for a lot of guys that just piled in. But that just shows you how fast these guys are going around here. Almost like a short track racing, Brett. You get an accident in front of you, you almost have no time to react. Well, Charlotte's similar to that just because of the speed these guys carry through the straightaways and even through the corners. So all of a sudden something happens and man, you just have nowhere to go. Plus when all the trucks are that close to each other, it makes it tough too.
Yeah, you know, and the times were showing, because you know where they were hitting the 5s and 6s. You know, a lot of the guys were into the 20, I think it was 28 8s and 28 9s, almost into the 29s. So the time was considerably slower. But I tell you what, those guys, they weren't slowing down on the throttle. They were still going at it. And you know, just that one mistake. You know, obviously we're going to have about 4 or 5, maybe 6 guys we've seen the parking lot wreck happen. But a lot of guys coming in to get their trucks repaired, and let's just hope they can get back up.
Oh wow, the 33 truck looks like scrubbing his tire. Had some issues right there. on the pace laps, taking out some guys. That's Larry Camp. So a lot of guys, that was quite interesting under caution. We had a wreck too here, Brett.
Yeah, it looks like he was getting a bit of a wave around, and as he just come out of turn 2, he just spun the tyres, and it was yeah, it looks like he had a bit of brake trouble, and yeah, unfortunately for the guys that got hit, but that's something you don't want to see. So it looks like we're not going to go green just yet, but yeah, the 33 of Larry Camp, bit of brake problems out of turn 2, and caused more damage to a few more trucks.
Yeah, tough, Ray. We actually got a smoker down on the inside. That looked like the 88 of Mark Jorgensen, but might be wrong. Kind of hard to see with the... Yeah, that was the 88 of Mark Jorgensen. So he was involved in the wreck on the track during the green and also during the caution. So tough, real tough, Ray. Because, man, I'll tell you, he was probably going to be the truck to beat here tonight. Now he's going to have to get a tow, some damage repaired. He's going to be some laps down. So one of the heavy hitters, at least the first 15 laps, was showing like he's going to be out. Looks like he's actually going to pull it behind the wall. So major issues for that 88 truck. Very fast truck here in the early going. Thought he was going to have a great race, probably with a great chance to win this thing as we get some lap traffic coming around the field here. Looks like we're going to pace another lap at least under caution here. Josh Hanner still your leader. He's been your leader since the wreck on lap number 17. Matt Quick, though, he made it through that wreck. He's going to be starting second. Rodney Wofford, he'll restart third. Fourth will be Dana Osborne, and fifth will be the 96 of Chad Keene. So a lot of guys, a couple of them, Rodney Wofford and Dana Osborne, starting 16th, 17th, respectively. They're up there in the top 5 here as the field gets double filed, getting ready to get back under the green flag condition. Pace car now. Looks like it's going to look to get off the track if we can get down the back straightaway here with no more issues. It looks that way. All the guys lined up, ready to get this thing back underway now here, Brett. And if this restarts anything like the last, we're going to see a lot of trucks side by side here for quite a few laps.
Yeah, definitely. And word just coming through as well. Mark Jorgensen in the 88 out of his race car. He will be officially a DNF for this one, so tough luck for the man that started 11th and was running second until those two unfortunate incidents happened. So Mark Jorgensen in the 88 out of this one as we look set to go green this time by.
Car's off. John Hanner is going to lead the field to the green flag. Green flag is back in the air. It's a great restart by the 24 and the 89 of Matt Quick. Matt Quick with a slight advantage as they head back into turn number 1. But the battle for second, that's going to heat up a little bit as here comes the 7 truck of Rodney Wofford. He's showing some speed on that bottom side. He's going to try to take over that second spot as they head down the backstretch.
Yeah, look at Matt Quick on the 89 on the outside. We've got 4 or 5 guys all running the inside line, and Matt Quick, he's running the top side. He's trying to get the momentum. He's going to fall back to about third as he's going to be challenged. 5 of Chad Kennedy run side by side into turn number 1 and 2, and it's going to be Keane. Give it to Keane on the inside. And he's now going to take over the third spot, and here comes the 8 machine of Dana Osborne, the Mountain Dew number 8.
Yeah, another fast truck right there showing some muscle. Is that 8 of Dana Osborne, started 17th, has himself in that 5th spot, make it the 4th spot now as the 89 of Matt Quick continues to lose some spots. He's going to fall in line now in that 5th spot, so he's going to be able to get down onto that bottom side now. Hopefully control the damage of losing spots as Daniel Ferguson in that 25 machine. He started 20th, so far the biggest mover of the race. Started 20th here tonight. He's showing some muscle here too as they're side by side right behind him, and not for long. The 42 now is Seth the Merchant. He got around Rod Flag off of turn number 4. Now the top 10 about single file down the front stretch.
Lap 25 completed of 83 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Haggerty Memorial, as Rod Flag back in there in the number 23 is back in position 8. And like you said, it's the top 10 cars. They are running single file, but the battle on the racetrack is in position number 11. We've got car 41 of Ryan Pyland And then we go back to Sean Turner in the number 36. And then you get the 83 and the 71 as well. So they're nearly 3 wide as they come across the stripe into turn number 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, for turn number 2, that battle short-lived right now for the 83. He's not going to have anything for the 71. The 71 of Christian Peterson, last week's winner at Darlington, was running up front when that big wreck happened, got involved with it. Of course, the Steve did some great repairs right there. Looks like they had a quick fix. They were able to get that thing righted, had to start towards the back there. And he's now going to work his way back up into the top 10, at least trying to right now, sitting 12th on the speedway here as they run. Brandon Chaburko, another one, had got caught in that wreck. Now he's still trying to work his way, and it looks like the 3 just had some contact right now with the 36 there off of turn number 2. 36 now way high in the wall, trying to just stay out of everybody. He actually gets into the wall just a bit. So now this little group of cars or trucks right now is looking pretty stout right now, starting with that Peterson machine in the 12th spot.
Yeah, Peterson's certainly coming on strong, and he's got 3 cars that are battling, and 2 of them side by side. They almost look to make it go 3 wide. There is the number 088 of Kent Connolly. He's in the middle. He's going to run the middle. He's almost going to chop the 71 off of Peterson, but Peterson is going to move to this inside. Peterson, he's going to move inside the top 10 after that incident happened in the first caution.
Yeah, move him up to that 10th spot right now, so he gets around the 088 of Kent Connolly. Now Chaburko's going to get around him. The 41, Chris Pylan, season the race winner in the first race of the season this year in the RoddCarr Truck Tour, looking to make a bounce back. Had a rough night last week. Really hadn't had that big of a showing since that win he got at Daytona in the season opener. So Pylan trying to get it done, trying to get some momentum back on his side, trying to get some more points, trying to move up in the standings here at Charlotte. What a great place to do that too. Also, as far as the lead though, Josh Tanner in the 24 Pepsi machine, he's right now the class of the field. He's got about a 3 or 4 car length lead right now over the number 7 of Rodney Wofford, who made his way up into the 2nd spot. So we got a battle right now for that 5th spot. It looks like the 42, and now they make contact. The 42 and the 89 of Matt Quick make some contact right before the entrance of turn number 1, and wow, that's a hard lick the 89 took right there in the outside wall. So a big wreck right there going into turn number 1. The 89 of Matt Quick on the outside had nowhere to go. As the replay gets up right now, and just a little bit of a bobble is all it took right there. The 42 has set the Merchant, had the inside lane, gets in the grass, actually got in the grass, and that's what caused the problem right there. Got in the grass, got a little loose, came up into the 89, and it was trouble right from there. A bunch of guys behind getting collected also.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're talking about this being a little bit tonight. And Christian Peterson in that 71, I think he was luckily not to be heavily involved in that one, as it happened virtually right in front of me. As you said, reaction times, they've got to be really fast because things can happen in an instant, as was just seen in the early 2 incidents right now.
Not too much damage, it looks like, to the 42. He did get into the wall, but it looked like he almost with the flat side of the door, so driver's side. So pit road's open, leaders heading back down pit road. Josh Tanner going to lead the field back onto pit road and heading back to the service of their crews. 4 tires and fuel here as we're working lap number 34 as they cross the line. So we're approaching the halfway point rather quickly here tonight. Lots of speed at this track, man. These laps can really click by.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and obviously it's not only going to be 4 tyres and fuel, it's also going to be trying to get some of that damage repaired as well for drivers that may have been involved in that one. It's going to be interesting to see where the 71 that comes out in this one. It's going to be the 24 who is going to lead them off of pit road.
Wow, a 13.75 second pit stop for that 8 truck of Dana Osborne. So a heck of a job by his crew. Gains him a couple positions here off of pit road. So Josh Tanner nosed it out off of pit road, but Dana Osborne, the fastest one on pit road, he's actually going to gain a couple spots here. He actually restart 3rd, so not a bad restart spot for him on that inside lane. The 7 of Rodney Wofford definitely showing his speed, able to get up in that 2nd spot. He's going to maintain that here for this restart. So a great job by all these guys on pit road. We at least under the caution flag, the pit crew's really getting the job done for these leaders. Able to get them out, able to make up some ground here. Another guy that made up a little bit of ground, maybe 1 or 2 spots here, was Rod Flag. So he was actually dropping back to like 5th or 6th there during that run. So fresh tires seem to be the call here tonight, especially with these if these guys have short run setups, they're definitely going to need the tires. But lap 35 right now, working on 34 of them in the books, approaching the halfway as the lap car gets his wave around. So far, what do you think, Brett? It's been a while since you've been on here doing this, but Charlotte Motor Speedway, we've had a lot of action here so far tonight for your first night back.
Yeah, in the 35 laps, we've seen a few wrecks, and we've seen some guys lay down some really fast times as well. We've seen some great pit stops. Also, I just want to note as well, Shane McKeitchen was 11th as he went into the pit on that last caution. He came out positioned at 7th, so Shane McKeitchen picking up four spots in that last pit stop.
Yeah, a bunch of guys getting the job done on pit road. Again, a lot of guys had some damage to get fixed too, so that could pose a problem. At least they get to fix it while they're under caution, and they don't get to lose laps to the leader. So reset the field here as everybody gets ready to cross the start-finish line. Hopefully we'll see the lights go off on the pace car. But going to restart first here. Josh Tanner, as the field does get doubled up here. Rodney Wofford's going to be on the outside. Row number 2, the inside is going to be Dana Osborne with Chad Keen to his outside, while Rod Flag's going to restart in that 5th spot. The 42 is Seth the Merchant, like we talked about. He's going to restart 6th on that outside lane, with the 28, Shane McKeitchen, restarting 7th. Christian Peterson 8th. Ryan Pylan is going to start 9th, and Derek Walker is going to restart 10th. Well, it's go time now, I believe. We're approaching that halfway point. Track position, we've seen it. We've seen some guys being able to go through the field with speed, but I think a lot of these guys, I think the fast ones are in front. How much do you think track position is going to play an effect here in the second half of this race?
Oh, it's going to play a huge part on where these drivers finish right now. Peterson, as we've talked quite a fair bit about, in that 71 was up front early on, got involved in the wreck, went to the back. He's now moved up, so that 71 car is going to be fast. Also, Rod Flag in the number 23, he's going to be fast as well. So this guy's obviously, we're coming very close to the halfway stage, and you want to be near the front for when these guys get probably the last 5 to go.
Well, green flag back in the air. Great job by Rodney Wofford on that outside. But here comes that bottom lane now. Going to flex his muscle. Here's Josh Hanner. He's going to have the advantage as they go through the corner here off of turn number 2, though. Give that leader, Josh Hanner, he's going to have the advantage. He's going to have that spot. Now the battle is from 2nd on back with the 8 car, the 8 truck, I should say, and Dana Osborne on the inside.
Yeah, Dana Osborne. And then also on the inside is Rod Flag, and as well in the 42 is Seth the Merchant as well. And then you go back to Christian Peterson. They're all on the inside. So the guys on the outside, Chad Keen and Rodney Wofford in the 7 and the 96 machine. They're both running the middle part of the racetrack. Those guys are really going to have to be very close in the draft as well as alongside the drivers on the inside to be able to stay. Otherwise, those guys are really going to fall back to about probably 8th or 9th, maybe even 10th spot.
Yeah, they do have a chance. I think this is the first time that the 23 trucker Rod Flag was able to start on that inside lane, so we'll see what he's got for a horsepower under that hood as they run or get through this run here. As 38 laps now in the books, working number 39 here. Rod Flag, the battle side by side now for that 3rd spot. The 7, we got trouble just behind these guys up into the wall. It looks like maybe it was, I don't know, it was a Derek Walker, the 07. He actually got into the wall off of turn number 2, able to keep the truck straight. Looks like a little bit damaged that right side. The field is still kind of going around him now here down the front straightaway. So trouble for that 07. He's going to fall way back now as still the battle for 3rd. Still side by side now. It's been up some 3-4 laps now. Just cannot get around Rodney Wofford on the outside. That's Rod Flag on the inside.
Yeah, Flag and the Merchant in the 42, right in behind Flag in the 23. You see Peterson pull up right behind the 42 of the Merchant and not leaving those guys from the top side, get a run on those guys run on the bottom side. So the 71 looking to the middle part of the racetrack, trying to find a way around, but looks like we're going to have another caution. See if we can pick up on who was that involved in that one.
Must have been somebody way in the back here. We're going to have to see if we cannot find it. Maybe, might have been, maybe the two. Looks like the 73 of Mark Brown had some trouble, so we'll get the replay up right now. So Mark Brown having some issues here early on, gets into a little bit of trouble. Mark Brown's going to actually come down. It looks like into looks like coming off a. Oh wait, maybe I'm too far. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh wow, up into the catch fence. Wow, Mark Brown, tough break there. Actually, you know where it looks like he caught? It was right where the wall of the safer barrier actually pops out there going into turn number 1. It looks like he caught there. It does a interesting little flip up into the catch fence. So thank God for that catch fence. Nobody will get hurt up in the standings there, but in the stands. But wow, what an interesting one right there. That's you get those from time to time here on iRacing. Some interesting crashes like that.
Yeah, definitely. As the 24 of Josh Hanna went into pit road, but I noticed the two guys in particular who stayed out. The 71 actually stayed out on track as well as I'll find it. Hang on. There was two cars that stayed out.
Yeah, Shane McEachin. McEachin stayed out also in the 28 truck, and actually I think one more behind him in the 12, Corey Henry, I believe, stayed out also. So a few guys deciding to stay out. Hey, listen, we only ran a couple laps on that green flag. You might as well try to get your track position. You know, as we're just past the halfway point here in this event. So the laps are going away pretty quickly, and right now we might as well do it. We'll give you a mid-race rundown as the field is under caution. Right now, we're showing your leader as being the 71 truck of Christian Peterson, last week's winner. Shane McEachin, he's going to be second in that 28 truck. The 12 of Corey Henry is going to be third. Fourth is 42 of Seth the Merchant. Frank Busilia is fifth. Brandon Chaburko sixth. Seventh is Josh Hanner. Ramon Evans, he's worked his way up to eighth. Ninth is Rod Flagg. And 10th is Dana Osborne.
Alright, so Rodney Walford back there in 11th spot. 12th we have the 96 of Chad Keane, and behind him in the 1 is Chris Piscini in position number 13. The 79 of Anthony Yankello in position 14. The 15th is the 41 of Ryan Parland. Matt Bontempi is 16th. The 17th is Ray Retenia. Tony Fern in 18th, Sean Turner 19th, and in the 088 is Kent Connolly, sitting back there in 20th.
21st will be Ryan Keese, early race leader. Donnie Giratano is 22nd. 23rd is Matt Quick. Daniel Ferguson is 24th. Derek Walker is 25th. 26th is Larry Camp. Mark Brown is 27th. 28th will be Glenn Hedrick. 29th is Mark Jorgensen Jr. and Rod Mitten is actually 42 laps down. In trouble early on. He is 30th on the field. So the field all set, ready to go now. A few different strategies. Some guys staying out. We saw the top three trucks stay out. 42. It looks like he might have only taken 2 tires on this pit stop, along with a couple other guys. Josh Hanna, I believe, will be the first one on 4 tires, and Hanner's going to restart in that 7th spot. So, some interesting strategy. The field doubles up here, going through 1 and 2. Some interesting strategy. I guess if you're going to do it, you're going to try the no tires or 2 tires. Now's the time to do it, because you probably got the opportunity here with under 40 laps to go to, this might be the time to do it, because you might not get another chance.
Yeah, and we spoke about it earlier on as well. Track position. Christian Peterson was about 7th or 8th. chose not to go into the pits. And it turns out he's going to be setting the pace coming to the green flag this time by. And Josh Hanna in the 24, he's back to about 6th or 7th as well. Seth the Merchant in the 42, I think he might have taken 2 tyres, so he's going to restart 4th. So it's all about pit strategies and what you think is going to work best for yourself. So Christian Peterson, we know he's fast, but keep an eye on that 42 of Seth the Merchant. He was really coming on strong in those last couple of laps.
He was. Pace car now to pit road. The field is set to go green flag racing. Here they go, green flag in the air. Peterson with a good run on the bottom side. He's got a lot of help with 2 other trucks now. Give him a push as they head back into turn number 1. Almost going to have Shane McEachin cleared as they enter turn number 1. He does. The battle now side by side for second. That might be short-lived off of turn number 2.
Yeah, you're going to be interested to see what the 42 of Seth the Merchant does. As he's trying to push McEachin, but Seth the Merchant wants to get to the bottom side of the speedway, but he can't just yet. He's stuck on the outside line in behind McEachin as the 24 of Josh Hanna and Flag. They're also going to push it inside of the 42 as well. So Seth the Merchant still got a little bit of work to do before he can get down to that bottom side of the speedway.
And Corey Henry has a little bobble through the tri-oval. He moves up to the high side. That's going to give the bottom line open to the number 95 for Frank Buscilia. What a move he just did right there. I don't know if the 12 purposely let him go or just had a little problem there and didn't protect that bottom side going through the tri-oval. So now they're going to have a battle for the lead here. It's the 94 truck of Frank Buscilia. He's got a good run as they head back into turn number 1. Looking on the high side, but I don't know if he can make the high side work here.
No, I think he might have been trying a bit of a crossover, trying to play some mind games with your race leader. But now he's going to look to the inside as he's going to try and work to the inside. Yes, he's going to battle for the lead as the 94 Basilic's going to move to the inside of Peterson, and he's going to take the lead out of turn number 4. You got a new race leader.
We do. A great power move right there by Frank Buscilia as he drops down to the inside going into turn number 3. It looked like that Peterson was trying to throw the block on him, didn't make it happen, gets the lead. Now the draft comes into play. As you can see, Peterson, who it seemed like he didn't have as fast as a truck, but now with the draft, he's able to hang with him right now. But now look at Josh Hanner. He's now going to work his way up into that 3rd spot as he gets around the 12 of Corey Henry off of turn number 4. So those 4 tires really showing up now. He's restarted back in that 7th position, and now here he is already in 3rd, just 2 laps into this restart.
Yeah, Rod Flag moving to the inside of the 12 now as he's going to take over the 4th spot. Then you go back to the 7 of Rodney Walford. Seth the Merchant, he also got from the top to the bottom as well. So he's now up in the 7th. He's looking to push past the 12 of Henry, I believe it is. And Henry, he's losing spots very fast.
He is having a rough time out there with no tires. All these faster guys had better setups than him to begin with, and then he decided to stay out with the older tires. So now it's really starting to show for him. As far as the 71 though, it shows he's got a pretty fast car. He's able to stick with the leader right now as they go. But we talk about the outside lane and the inside lane for the restarts. The 42 of Seth the Merchant restarted 3rd, dropped all the way back to 8th on this restart. Now he's got a lot of trucks to pass to get himself back up to the front. So a tough break for him. Looks like we got a great battle just behind him right now. They're 3 wide. That's Chaburko to the inside. The 8 truck's in the middle. He gets contact. Dana Osborne looks like he's gonna hang on to it. Real itchy trigger finger right there for Chaburko. Caution's out on the speedway as we got trouble on the front stretch just in front of these guys. It looks like the 96 of Chad Keene was involved. Some more guys now coming into the picture. Ray Rittenor, as we get the replay up to you, Ray Rittenor just gets into Chad Keene right there also. So caution on the speedway. Well, with that caution, it's a 4th one here this evening, and tough break for these guys. It all started way back 3 wide. The 8 truck was trying to get some room in there. Chaburko was trying to go somewhere. Couldn't find any room around these guys. Decided to make it 3 wide off of the corner. And all that did was cause the 8 truck to have issues. He ended up coming down the track, back up the track, and then it looked like the three car Chaburko got into the 96, and that was all she rode off turn 4. There's a bunch of damage to a bunch of these trucks here. Chaburko did a heck of a job, though, keeping that thing straight through the grass. So another break. Caution. 4th one here tonight. Another wreck here on the front stretch. And it looks like pit road's going to be open again, but the question is who's going to be the takers. Looks like the top. Looks like everybody's coming back down pit road.
Yeah, looks like Basilia might have. Just edged out. Flag there, but let's see who. He's
well, it looks
up
like
behind
Peterson,
that pace car.
That's going to be interesting. We'll have to wait for iRacing to fix all this and get everybody situated where they're supposed to be right now, because I got everybody all over the place here on my end. So we'll give it a second here for the iRacing to catch up with the scoring. I wish it was instant for us that watch, but it isn't. So we'll have to give it a second here. But Peterson looking strong out there, and he had the chance to come down pit road, and everybody else came with him. So we'll see here. Chaburko, yep, Chaburko stayed out, the 3 truck. So he's actually going to be your leader, Brandon Chaburko. So involved in that wreck. I think he was a little upset. He's been back in traffic all race long here. Started 14th, and he's got a fast truck. Just seemed he couldn't get out, away from anybody. He was involved in a couple little small incidents, and then right there in that last caution. But he decides to stay out. So it'll be interesting to see what he's got for these guys that all have 4 fresh tires right behind him.
It's certainly interesting. It's he was part of that 3-wide battle between the 8 and the 96 as well. As I think prior to them just having the accident, one lap before in 1 and 2, the 8 and the 96 of Osborne, and the other one, I've just had a memory blank here, of Keane. They made contact in 1 and 2, and then obviously a lap later, the Chaburko, he went 3 wide, and Keane was the unfortunate one in that one, getting turned by Chaburko, making contact, and I think the 8 of Osborne lost about probably 10, 12 spots anyway, so that caution probably helped Osborne there in that one.
Yeah, it did just a bit right there, because he had some issues there when they went 3 wide. It looks like that middle truck, he just got loose, so maybe just those 2 outside trucks just taking the air off of his spoiler, and just wasn't exactly what he wanted. It wasn't comfortable at all for him, so that's definitely what he needed right there. Get some fresh tires back on this thing. Reset, as we're only got about 20, under 20 laps to go here tonight. 25 laps to go here when they take the green flag. Field is all now jacked up, double file down the back straightaway, getting ready to get this thing back going. Chaburko, your race leader at the moment, stayed out under this caution right here. Everybody behind him came down pit road, got 4 fresh tires. That 71 car or truck, Christian Peterson. That's gonna be the one to see. The outside lane hasn't been getting the restarts that they've wanted after they go through turns 1 and 2. But with the fresh tires, I wonder if Chaburko has anything for Peterson, or if Peterson can actually make this outside line work and get that lead away from him when they exit turn number 2. Pace car now back down pit road. Green flag is back in the air, and everybody's on the gas and hitting the gears. And look at that outside line. Christian Peterson definitely with a good run on the outside, but Chaburko hanging tough on the inside. He's got the preferred line, but Christian Peterson's got the tires. Which one's going to prevail off turn 2? And it looks like for now, Chaburko's still going to maintain that lead. He has help for Frank Busilia.
Yeah, what a good restart by the 3 of Chaburko. As you see, Ryan Keith, the number 10 car, who was your early race leader, he's going to get put a lap down. With the 94, Frank Busilia, now he's back there in second. And then look at the battle for third and 4 as the Merchant. He's now on the inside of the 71 of Peterson. So said the Merchant, he's back up inside the top 3. Look at him to make a charge towards the front of the pack.
Yeah, that just shows that outside lane, even with the 4 fresh tires. Christian Peterson having some trouble. He's able to get back in line into that 4th spot before too much damage for him as far as spots go. Probably the quickest we've seen the guy start on that outside line get back into line. So he's still in this thing. Christian Peterson is a side-by-side right behind him. That's not going to last for long. Josh Hanner now is going to get that 5th position. Here goes Seth the Merchant now to the inside of Frank Busilia. He's got that position now as they head into turn number 3. It's a side-by-side battle for 2nd.
Yeah, the Merchant really had to force issue out of turn number 2 there and get on his left rear quarter there, and really Frank Busilia's spotter would have said inside, so he would have had to give him that spotter, otherwise they both would have wrecked. As the 42, but here comes the 71 on the inside of Busilia. So Peterson up in the 3rd, and Busilia into the wall.
Frank Busilia just gets touched there, just a little bit of contact. You can see what upset that made his truck. He's going to lose a ton of positions now. We'll see after they go back around where he falls back in the line, but the battle for the lead still shaping up here. Seth the Merchant, he's all over the back bumper of Chaburko as they head back into 1.
3 cars, the top 3 cars running nose to tail. The Merchant trying to do everything he can right now to get around 42 off the Merchant. So Peterson, he's now going to move to the outside. He's now going to just cut back in line and stay single file as the number 3 car of Brandon Chaburko is still your race leader, but he's doing everything he can. You'd almost say he's blocking the 42 of Seth the Merchant. So the Merchant, he's either going to have to get very aggressive or drive right around him.
As we're on board the 42 of Seth the Merchant right now. Look at Chaburko just guard that bottom line all the way around this racetrack. You only see that at places like Martinsville or Richmond. He's literally riding the white line on both straightaways, and Brandon Chaburko, it's maybe upsetting his entry. Here goes Seth the Merchant. Now looking to the inside, not quite. He's through the grass, still can't get to the inside of Chaburko. Chaburko's going to hang on to that lead at least for another lap, but here comes the Merchant with another run off of turn number 2. He just, for the time being, just cannot get around Chaburko. Chaburko doing everything he can to protect that bottom line. Some call it blocking, some call it smart racing. Anyway, eventually the 42 is probably going to get a little upset with that. But here they come on the front straightaway now again to complete lap number 63. 64 now on the board. Here goes the Merchant to the outside trying to make that happen. Not going to quite make it happen. He gets a run though, and he's going to have a quarter panel on him down the back straightaway.
This is great racing here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway as the Merchant on the outside of the number 3 of Chaburko. Chaburko just holding that inside line, and the Merchant doing everything he can to try and get around him. But there's nothing's just happening. And meanwhile, with 71 of Peterson, he's thinking, geez, I wish these guys would just hurry up and just get out of the way, because we're going to have a 3-car battle, maybe a 4-car battle for the lead as the 24 of Josh Hanna. Josh Hanna, he's going to now insert himself into the picture on the outside in turns 3 and 4.
Chaburko, now the only thing he's doing is disrupting his entry into turn 3 and 4. He actually pushes up in the middle of 3 and 4. That's going to hurt him on a little bit of speed, but right now it's working. He's able to maintain that top spot as now here comes the 71 of Christian Peterson. He's to the inside of the Merchant. He's trying to get that 2nd spot, saying, hey, listen, if you can't get around him, give me a shot at it. I want to get around this street truck. Here they come down the back straightaway. They're touching bumpers here on that bottom white line. Way down to the bottom is Chaburko, just leading the field from the bottom line. I've never seen anybody do this. He's doing a great job hanging on to that lead, but now he's going to have trouble as here comes the 42 of the Merchant now to the outside. Going to try to pinch him down to the bottom here, maybe into the grass. The only problem that could be is now he getting contact. The 3 gets into the 42, and that's it. 42 up into the wall, hard into the wall.
You just knew it was coming. It was a matter of time. The 42, he would be absolutely pissed right now at what Chaburko just done to him. But man, I tell you what, he done everything he can to get around him. And the big winners in that one is going to be the 71 of Christian Peterson and the 24 of Josh Hanna, as they're going to sit positions 1 and 2 on the restart as we see a replay coming up on the big screen now.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay of what happened. And for 10 laps now or so, Chaburko had been guarding that bottom line, both on the front straightaway and the back straightaway. Really just, call it what you will, blocking, smart racing, doing what he has to do to stay in the lead, saying, listen, if you want to get around me, go on the outside. And the Merchant tried that, went on the outside, tried to pinch him low, tried to keep him real low to really disrupt his entry into turn one, and it really did. It disrupted his entry quite a lot, and Chaburko actually just gets a little bit contact. I wouldn't call that anybody's fault. I just call that some hard racing right there between the leaders as pit road is open, and it looks like all the leaders going to head down pit road. Going to get those four fresh tires. Maybe you see a few guys take 2 tires. Well, only time will tell.
Yeah, and when they get these tires at fuels to the one, I think it was just smoking there in his pit stall. So we're going to have probably about 14 when they come out. So probably going to have about 11 to 12 green flag racing laps. And if it's anything on what we just then, over those probably the last 5 to 8 laps just then, I tell you what, we're in for one exciting finish coming up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, right now on the big board, 69 laps are on the board. They come around this time, it's going to put 70 on the board. So we're going to have about 12 laps, or 14, excuse me, my math is off right now. 14 laps right now to go in this race. So a lot of these guys making a call right now to stay out, and Derek Walker, one of those guys in the 07, having some issues early on in this race. Now track position, he's going to get himself up there. Larry Camp in the 33, he stayed out. So these 2 guys have tall order because they got some fast trucks with fresh tires, as now they're going to be the smart thing and come down pit road, probably just staying out to collect that bonus point. So the 07 there, Derek Walker, maybe doing the right thing there, collecting his bonus point, but now he's going to come in and let these guys battle it out for the win. Chaburko, though, comes down pit road, gets his tires, and actually comes out second. So he went in third, comes out second. So a good job by his crew for the number 3 Goodwin Service Plus Chevrolet. A great job by that crew to get him out second. But I'll tell you that Christian Peterson been up front all night long, a couple times back because of pitch strategy. He's worked his way up through the field, finds himself in front of everybody right now with 13 laps to go here in this one. So track position has been okay for Christian Peterson, and right now he's where he wants to be, I think, for this restart. He's going to have that choice of that inside line, so a good thing for him. He saw firsthand what for everybody else what that outside line has been like for everybody. He was able to get back into that 4th spot and work his way back up into third place right before the leaders just took themselves out right there. So Peterson, last week's winner at Darlington, totally different track, but so far the same results. He led 42 laps last week. And so far this week, doing a heck of a job also. 13 laps now left as the field gets set and gets ready to get back racing here tonight. Again, like he's led 12 laps tonight, so not too many laps for. It seems like more. He's been out front a lot here, Brett, but I guess we're getting ahead of ourselves there. It just seems like he's been out front a lot as the field now gets stacked up. Lights are off on the pace car here as they head down the back straightaway. Let's reset the field for you here. When they take the green flag, we're going to have 11 laps left in this one here. Christian Peterson and Brandon Chaburko are going to be on that front row. Chaburko, of course, on that outside, so we'll see what he can do this time on the outside. The 41 of Ryan Pylan, Week 1 winner here in the RoddCarr Truck Series. He's going to restart third. 4th is Sean Turner. 5th, Josh Hanner. He's going to at least be on that bottom side. We'll see what he can do. He's been able to get things done. Rodney Wofford, another good run by him here tonight from 16th all the way to 6th. As the pace car now looks to head down pit road, maybe for the final time. Set the field now as Christian Peterson leads them back to the green flag. It's in the air. We're racing again here at Charlotte. 12 laps to go as they cross the line right there. Chaburko with a great run on the outside, but this is where nobody's been able to make it work through 1 and 2. This time the same. Peterson, a great run on the bottom side. Here comes the 41 of Pylan. Looks like he's gonna clear Chaburko. Now Chaburko drops right to the inside, takes that inside lane now. That's actually gonna stack him up. Josh Hanner having to let up the throttle just a bit right there. Now the top 3 are separated. It's side by side for 4th off of turn 4.
Yeah, big props to Sean Turner in that number 36. He started position number 29. Right now, He's running inside the top 5. He's 5th at the moment. He's got a battle between himself and Rodney Wolford in the car number 7. Turner. He's on the outside, but he started position 29. And to be up inside the top 5 late in the race is a fantastic effort. But you see, look at the top 2 cars running away with this one. The 41 of Ryan Parland and the 71 of Christian Peterson, as those two guys are really starting to pull away. As Parland, he started position number 15. So for a chance to win this one with about 9 laps to go, he's got a good chance of winning this one. But you can't take anything away from Peterson. And he's been fast all night.
And a great move just behind these guys by the 24, Josh Hanner, able to get to the inside of Chaburko. That's going to get him the position. Chaburko actually going to fall 2 positions. Rodney Wofford gets around him also, so move Chaburko back to that 5th spot now. Is still the battle for the lead. Really heating up here as now Pylan looks to the outside as he gets a huge run on the front stretch. He's actually going to drop back in line, I believe, right here. It does look like that way. Maybe attempt a crossover move as now you see Peterson now blocking that bottom line. Here comes Pylan out of the outside. He's got a nose.
I tell you what, you really should be smart here. It's going to take 3 or 4 laps to get past the guy in front, but with about 8 laps to go right now, you're going to want to put a bigger gap between obviously yourself and the 3rd running position as well of the 24 of Josh Hanna, who's also got the 7 of Rodney Wolford right in behind him. So if those 2 guys are battling up front, they battle much longer. They're not going to have a 2-car battle, but they're going to have a 4-car battle as the lead is going to get challenged to the outside in turns 3 and 4 between Peterson and Parland. Parland's going to fall back into line as we are working lap number 77 right now.
That we are. We're getting working. Oh, caution is out. We got trouble in the back somewhere. It looks like the 12 of Corey Henry, he was involved. He's going through the grass right now, but the 12 car having some issues. Looks like we might get lucky and get a 2-lap shootout here. Once everything's all said and done, it looks like everybody's now rolling again, but it looks like the 12 car, more trouble for Corey Henry. Here's the pace car comes back out. Caution flag back in the air here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. It's coming down to the wire now. 5 laps to go this time by when they come around to the stripe. So it looks like we might have a 1 or 2 lap shootout here to decide this one, which is a good thing because we know iRacing, for some reason, we have everything else, but we still can't get those green-white checkered finishes, at least on the hosted side. It'd be nice if we could get that. I know on the official side it would probably just make for more chaos in some of those races, but it'd be nice if it was an option for the hosted side, but unfortunately it's not. Nothing we can do about that. So this is basically our green-white checkered all rolled into one here. We get the opportunity for it. Pit road is open. It looks like none of the top 5 or 6 guys, they're all going to stay out. Obviously, to keep this track position that they have currently, tires probably aren't going to do too much for you in the last 5 laps here. 5 laps that we have now on the board. So, man, it's basically you're going to run what you got right now.
Definitely, and it is, but plain and simple, it's going to be cutthroat. It's going to be hang everything out on the line, do what you can to get that win. Peterson, he's just going to hold the inside line. I'm not going to say block, but he's just going to hold that inside line, knowing that the guys behind him, there's almost physical no way around him without being pushed. And even then, even if you're in a draft, it's still that little bit tougher to get around on the outside. So Christian Peterson in the 71, looking to make it 2 wins in a row here in the truck races.
Yeah, that'd be some feat, some momentum that he could pull off if he was able to hold on to this thing and get the win. When we get the green flag, he's only going to have to do it 2 more circuits. So if he's able to jump out pretty quickly on the 41 of Ryan Pylan, then he might have an opportunity to get his 2nd win in a row, which, if that's the case, with McEachin having some issues here tonight, running 15th currently, that's going to put him, Peterson, up into the lead for the point standing. So big things doing here for the 71 if he can get his 2nd win of the season, which would be awesome to begin itself, never mind get the points lead.
Yeah, he's running running in the championship And I don't think he's inside. Oh, he's running second in the point championship, so he's only 4 points behind Shane McKeechan as well. So yeah, it's all about finishing races. And obviously, you want to win, but you know, if you can't win, you just got to get the best position you can for that points championship.
Yeah, and that's what McKeechan's going to try to do here, restarting 15th here in the final. If he can get, 3, 4, 5 spots here in the next couple of laps, it might work out for him. Those points would be huge coming down towards the end of the season. This time by, the field's going to get the 3 to go signal, and hopefully we get the lights off the pace car and we can have a couple green flag laps to finish this thing out. Right now, as they run, Christian Peterson's your leader. Ryan Pylan is second. Josh Hanner's third. Fourth is Rodney Wofford and Dana Osborne, who's had a good night. Kind of an up and down night for that 8 truck in the Mountain Dew machine, but he's been fast. He's been good. He's been up front, having a couple little issues, minor issues, almost getting into a wall a few laps ago. But overall, it's got to be a solid night for that 8 truck. Doing a great job there starting 17th.
Yeah, like I said, the few issues, almost getting taken out with that 3-car battle with the 96 and the 3. Managed to save it, didn't do any damage, or if so, it done minimal damage to that race car, and their crew was able to get that fixed very, very quickly, as I believe we're going to have a green-white checker. So we are going to have a green-white checker, not planned, but it's going to work out that way. And I'll tell you what, if the 3 has done anything what he's done before, expect that 3 to make some moves, but keep an eye on that 71 and also the 24 on the inside of the second row.
So the 71, he's got the preferred line. He's got that bottom side. He's been strong on the restarts when he started first. Christian Peterson, that's all he's pretty much, I feel he's got to do. Josh Hanner's been fast, very fast, but I just don't think if he protects that bottom enough, I don't think 2 laps is enough for these guys to try to make a pass happen on Christian Peterson. Peterson now has to have the restart of the season right here. As the pace car now ducks onto pit road. We're going to get the popsicle sticks. 2 laps to go. Green flag is back out. We're racing again here at Charlotte. The final 2 laps have come down to this. Here they come down into turn number 1 now. The 41 of Pylan's got a great jump on the outside. Now the question is, can he keep them down there? Can he keep them pinched to the bottom? So far, so good. They make contact. Here goes Pylan. He's around. He gets into the 7 truck. 71 is going to be your winner as the caution flag now comes out. They're going to come around this time to get the white flag and the yellow flag. That is all she wrote. Christian Peterson, I think Pylan did everything he could. He had to keep him down on the bottom so he could get that momentum run. They made a little contact. It was bound to happen, but that was the only thing Pylan could do to possibly get the lead off of turn number 2. Didn't happen. Christian Peterson right there takes the white flag, and he's going to come back. There's a replay comes up now, and you watch. Just got too close is all it was. And the 71 truck is going to come out of here as your winner here tonight. In race number 4, back-to-back wins for that 71 machine. Christian Peterson, Josh Hanner, great job. He's going to finish second. Look at that 8 truck. Kept his nose clean for the most part all night. He's going to end up on the podium.
Very well done to those top 3 drivers. Like you said, Peterson done all that he could to stay on the bottom side of the speedway, and the 41 of Pylan was just he was pushing everything he can to get him down. So well done to the top 3. Rod Flake finishes 4th. The number 3 of Brandon Jaberko, who started 14th, finishes 5th. And the 94 of Frank Basilia started position number 26 and finished in position 6. So what a great drive by the number 94 machine.
Yeah, absolutely. And there he is. There it is, the checkered flag. It's all over. The 71 of Christian Peterson's going to go back to victory lane for the 2nd time in as many weeks. And tonight it's here at Charlotte for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. Right here on LSRTV. We're going to take a short break. We're going to get everybody lined up and see if we can get some interviews of our top 3 drivers. We'll do that when we come back right after this.
Once its sights are set, nothing can stop the ferocious lion from capturing its prey. Relying on keen senses, lions search patiently before striking with alarming speed. Wait for it. Gotcha, Mr. Piece of Rubbish. he is truly the master of his environment. Do good, be a lion.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it out of 4. Who's going to be into stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
It's been a very long off-season. Teams have changed, sponsors have changed, colors and all, but one thing that hasn't, they like to mash the loud pedal. Green flag is out on the 2015 NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series season.
iRacing is the ideal platform for these broadcasts because we have the best racers, the best online racers in the world, and we have such a variety of racing, from NASCAR to Grand Prix style racing.
Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. We just concluded the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 83 laps, 125 miles, and we had a fantastic race. And now I've caught up right now with our third place finisher. Our third place finisher tonight was, of course, the number 8 of Dana Osborne. Dana, man, what a drive for you. A little up and down. Started 17th, ended up finishing 3rd. I had a couple little issues there, 3 wide action, not too much damage on the truck, but man, you hung in there and you came up with a good, solid 3rd place finish.
Yeah, thank you guys, man. I think I had something for Hanner. I don't know about the leader or not, but I worked on this setup for 2 days, trying to get it not to spin out on lap 13, but I had an up and down race, but finally I'll take 3rd place.
We'll talk about out there, obviously, with the new dynamic track. We've been talking about that for the last week. Everybody, this track, that track. How was Charlotte with it? On the screen, as far as us watching it, because it's nighttime, because the track's got some darker pavement, it was kind of hard to see any of it kind of rubber up. Did it feel any different for you towards the end? Could you feel a change in grip? How was the truck out there tonight?
I love this new build they got out, man. I think it plays into my kind of racing,
Yeah, I think a lot of guys have been saying that. It seems more comfortable to drive. I wouldn't say easier, just it feels like you can really get on it and really battle people side by side with the different levels of grip and the heat that comes into the track. So for you, it came up pretty good. You got yourself a 3rd place finish, obviously a little bit of momentum as you head into the next race. And is there anyone you want to give any shout-outs to?
I want to thank you guys for broadcasting us. I mean, you all do an awesome job, and I want to thank Rod for putting it on, and all my teammates too.
Well, there you go. Congratulations again, Dana. A third-place finish for Dana Osborne here in the number 8 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. And right now I'm going to send it down pit road just a bit to Brett Wheeler. And Brett's caught up with our second-place finisher, Josh Hanner.
Yeah, down here with Josh Hanner, the number 24. Josh, hey, first of all, congratulations on finishing second, and not the way you wanted to finish under yellow, but second place. You got to be happy with the nights overall.
Yeah, it was a good run overall. I would like to have seen that kind of end under green, maybe when we had that one caution about halfway through, just kind of run it from there. I think I definitely had something for Christian, but he played the strategy right and was able to stay out there at the end. But I'm happy with second. I'll take it.
A pretty good week, finishing off on what you've already just found out in real life. Found out you've just been, found out you've been a father.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you there.
You going to be a dad?
Oh yeah, that's right. Found out a couple months ago, but we just got the ultrasounds yesterday. Found out it was going to be a little baby girl, so we're really excited about that.
So a pretty good week. Obviously, finding out you're having a girl, finishing second here tonight. You obviously wanted to get the win, but things just didn't fall into place, and you had a pretty good run overall. What was the strategy going into tonight? Pit strategy wise.
Yeah, I was just every caution, I was going to go ahead and take 4 tires because after 10, 15 laps, these things just wear out and people would get loose and spin out. So I didn't want that to happen to me. I just went ahead and took tires every time, wanted to be good on the long run. Unfortunately, we didn't get any. So.
It doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but well done on second place, and I'm sure you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank Rod from the league. I want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast. You do an excellent job every week. Give a quick shout out to my buddies Rodney Wofford and Mark Jorgensen Jr. and wish everybody luck in the upcoming race here in a minute.
There we have it. That was Josh Hanner in the number 24, finishing second. As we sit back down in victory lane with Andy, and he's going to be with your winner.
That's right. Thank you, Brett, for that. And I'm down here in victory lane right now with Christian Peterson. And Christian, back-to-back wins. Not too shabby here early in the season.
Yeah, for sure. Really wasn't expecting this one. I thought Josh had the fastest truck tonight. Got to thank everybody at Wicked. Mark Walls, he made some last-minute adjustments on the set. Really helped out in the long run. I don't think we had short-run speed like Josh did, but I think we could have reeled him in if we got some long green flag laps. The pit strategy really came into play. I don't know. Track position seemed really important. I think that's how we pulled it off tonight.
Yeah, and it looked like that high side with fresh tires and without. You actually went out a couple times, had to restart on that outside line, and it just seemed like the outside line just got bogged down through 1 and 2 on the restart. Talk about that as far as track position. It was really where you started if you were an odd number car or not on that inside lane.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was the first or second caution. I slowed up, trying to drive through it, and I got right hooked by somebody. I don't know. They were just coming back down the track. Got a little bit of damage that put me back in the field. From there, I was trying to just play, strategy because I was already back there. I didn't want to get any more damage, and I didn't want to use my quick toe until the very end. But yeah, the inside was real important on restarts. If you didn't have it, you were going backwards unless you could find a hole real quick.
Well, you were able to do that at least once there towards the end. Maintained your your track position, drove your way back up to that third spot. A couple late cautions, some pit stops, and then deciding to stay out there with 10 to go, saying, you know what, this is it. We got to stay out here. You led 23 laps here tonight. A solid win. I talked a little bit about this with a couple of the other guys, and with the new track dynamics, were you able to tell anything different here at Charlotte? Could you feel the grip levels change as the race went on, seeing that you had to start on the outside and you had the inside lane?
I can't say the rubber. For my opinion, the rubber buildup isn't 100% right. The temperature and how the track heats I think that's the best thing we got right now. You can definitely feel the bottom line when everybody's just digging on the bottom for 10, 15 laps and under green. The bottom definitely loses a little bit of grip. You can find some grip up top. I still don't think it's faster or as fast if you have the right setup on the bottom, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, you can't expect it to be perfect right out of the box. So I don't. I'm real pleased with it right now.
Well, that's good. Let's talk about a little bit. One last thing here is the 3-car Chaburko. When he grabbed the lead there with no tires, he stayed out. A bunch of you guys came up on him. This is actually how you ended up with the lead and held on to it for the end. I've never seen anybody guard the bottom that much like that at Charlotte. You see that everywhere else, at Martinsville, at any of them short tracks. But man, that was some intense stuff, and you had a bird's eye view of that right behind those guys.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure everybody knows Seth's my teammate, so I was trying to give him a little leeway there, trying to make him work him over a little bit. But yeah, you got so much grip with new tires. Even Chaburko, like you said, he had old tires. He stayed out. There's a lot of grip, a lot of grip. I think there's too much overall grip right away, but with fresh tires, I think that definitely the fall off's there. But I mean, I don't know, that view was crazy. Seth was trying to work him over on the top, and he finally got a great run, and it just wasn't clear enough. In his mind, he was clear enough, and I respect it. So hey.
Well, it puts you in the right position at the right time. You end up with the win. Back-to-back winners. Winner at Darlington last week, and then, of course, tonight here at Charlotte for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. Any shout-outs you want to give here tonight for this good win, second back-to-back?
Yeah, for sure. Just everybody at Wicked. Mark Walls, Seth the Merchant, Anthony Yankello. They're the guys that run in the league. Mark helps us on the sets. P Money Designs, Preston Partis, he does all the paint schemes. You guys up in the booth, you guys do an awesome job. I'm sure you bring in some racers just by broadcasting the races. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, there you have it, Christian Peterson, your winner here tonight for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125. Congratulations again, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, Andy.
So there you have it. Big winner here tonight, Brett, and it was just that was some interesting racing we saw with protecting that bottom line. We saw Chaburko do it. We even saw Peterson do it there right before that final caution. He didn't go all the way down to the bottom line, but he definitely went down there a little bit trying to protect that. We saw how important that bottom line was tonight.
Yeah, it was always going to be the fast line, and we thought later on in the race that the middle part may have gone a little bit, just that little bit extra faster with guys drafting, but what didn't prove to be. But nonetheless, we've seen an action-packed 83 laps here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I tell you what, it's great to be back here in the booth, and that's one race down and one to go. And let's hope the next race is anything like the race we just seen.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And before we head off here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, I want to bring in Jared Haggerty. Jared, obviously an important race for you and your family, a place that you had said before your grandfather, Ed, loved to come to was Charlotte. So quite fitting that we had the race here tonight at Charlotte for him in the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125.
Yeah, and I gotta thank all the guys here at Super Speedway, and especially Mark Jorgensen for putting on this race tonight. He was the one who forked up the cash, and he was the one who actually approached me about doing this race. And I can't thank him and the league enough for doing this honor to my granddad. I'm sure he would have loved every bit of it. But again, I gotta thank everybody at the league, Rod Flag, for putting on a great race. Sorry, I got here a little bit late. I'm working up in Chapel Hill now, so I drove 90 trying to get here in time, and I got here just in time just to see the end. But from what I saw, it was a great race, and those boys did my granddaddy proud.
That they did, and forever it'll be somewhere on the internet right here at LSRTV.
Yeah, ain't that true?
we can find it at any time we want to watch some great racing. So, well, thank you, Jared, and thank you your family for that. And what a fantastic place to have it, and a fantastic race that all these guys put on here at the RoddCarr Truck Tour. With that said, we'll do a quick full field rundown, and then we got to hit the helicopter and head down to Talladega for round 2 of tonight's doubleheader. So real quick, Christian Peterson came home with the win here tonight. Josh Hanner finished second. Third was Dana Osborne. Rod Flagg finished fourth. Fifth went to Brandon Chaburko. Frank Busilia finished sixth. Seventh went to Randy Wofford. Daniel Ferguson finished eighth. Ninth went to Tony Fenn. And Donnie Giarratano finished 10th. 11th was Brett Connolly in the 088. The 83 of Ramon Evans finished 12th. 13th was Shane McEachin. 14th was Derek Walker. Matt Quick finished 15th. Corey Henry was 16th. 17th went to Ryan Keese. Ray Rittenauer finished 18th. 19th went to Ryan Pyland. 20th was Seth the Merchant. 21st was the 36 of Sean Turner. 22nd was Larry Camp. Chris Passini finished 23rd. 24th went to Matt Bontempi. Anthony Yankello finished 25th. 26th went to Chad Keene. Glenn Hedrick finished 27th. 28th was Mark Brown. Mark Jorgensen Jr. finished 29th. And Rod Mitten finished 30th. That's going to be it for us here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for the Ed Haggerty Memorial 125 for the RoddCarr Truck Tour and for LSRTV. I'm Andy Kessler for Brett Wheeler and Laura Lawson. We'll see you all in Talladega in moments from now.